Thank you so much to all of our speakers who have come here today to share just a bit of knowledge to us about how we can help create change and how stuff like this can be stopped in our own community. So we also have to remember that there's a lot. This young man, Darquan Jones, a 22-year-old African-American man, his life was forever changed on May 16th. His life was forever changed on May 16th. This is something that he will have to live with for the rest of his life. The scars will always be a reminder of May 16th. He will have memories, nightmares, thoughts. So we all must continue to encourage one another as that family gets through this. We also want to, at this time, welcome the president of the Des Moines branch of the NAACP, who's been instrumental in working with the family during this situation, my friend and good brother, Mr. Cameron Middlebrook. If I say fired up, y'all say ready to go. Here we go. Somebody knows it. Fired up. Ready to go. Fired up. Ready to go. Fired up. Ready to go. 2 weeks ago, roughly 2 weeks ago, February 23rd, myself, Ernst Brunn, and Louis Fountain organized a run at this very park in commemoration of Ahmaud Arbery. The 23rd of February would have been his birthday. That Friday would have been his birthday. But on February 23rd, he was shot, murdered while running. A week later, as chair of the Civil and Human Rights Commission, we had a joint meeting with City Council. We were Zoom bombed with racial epithets directed at me, sexually explicit language directed at one of my fellow commissioners, swastikas, and sexually explicit content filled up a City Council meeting. After that event, I made a joint statement with our mayor county on how this cannot be tolerated. But I said to myself and I said to the public, my fear would terrorize me the most was knowing that this could happen in real life. My perpetrator was a coward behind a computer screen. 2 days later, Darquan Jones' perpetrators came in real life. He was brutally beaten, called nigger, called a monkey, drugged to a creek, head bobbed underwater. Darquan told me he heard the sound of a gun click back before 2 black women came and saved his life. This is the reality that so many people have a fear of. Darquan's only 5'4", possibly 130 pounds soaking wet. His little cousin, my son, is as big as him. This is something that he did not deserve, no matter if he's black, white, green, pink, or yellow. This is something that no man, no person, no child deserves. But on top of being brutally beaten, there was a racial component that is unneeded. It should not be tolerated in our city. But let us not forget who we are. This is America. Racism didn't start with Donald Trump. Racism didn't start with Barack Obama. Racism started when we came over, but some of us came over by choice, and some of us did not. It is deeply embedded in our society. It is deeply rooted in who we are. And we cannot forget, and we cannot pretend, and we cannot ignore that this is real. Coronavirus is an invisible disease, but it's only been around for a couple months. Racism is an invisible disease that's been around for hundreds of years. What we are dealing with is something that we have continued to deal with, but it's only been exacerbated by this coronavirus. But the only way we can stomp out this hate, as brothers have said before, is with love. The only way we can truly love is if we come together. When I look at this crowd and I see black faces, I see white faces, I see Asians, Latinos, this is the America that I want to see.
This is the Des Moines that I want to be a part of. When I spoke with Quan earlier this week, I've spoken to him just about every single day. I see a young man that has a whole lot of life left. But I also see a young man that's going to be scarred forever. Not the physical. His bones will heal. His wrist will heal. His nose will heal. His lacerations will heal. But the invisible scars that we can't see will take time. And he's not going to be the only one emotionally scarred by that. Okay, I'm emotionally scarred by that. I haven't had a good night's sleep since this occurred. Because I know it's a reality. That hopefully it stops with Quan. Hopefully we come together as a community. Hopefully we stop this out. But as long as those perpetrators are still out and still free, I'm not going to sleep right. We have to lean on each other. We've been saying all week, if you know something, I don't care how big or how little, say something. This isn't just justice for Quan, this is justice for our community. If we allow people like this to walk around free, what else are we allowing in our city? We need to ensure that our community is safe, that a young man can go to his girlfriend's house at whatever time he wants, because that's not illegal. We need to ensure that a young man can go wherever he wants, because that's not illegal. Folks, honestly, I know I'm probably rambling. I didn't come prepared with a speech. I came prepared to speak from my heart. I came prepared to show love, to show grace, to show humility. Because this is bigger than me. One thing Daryl, his father, told me from the very beginning. This is bigger than Quan. This is bigger than the NAACP. This is bigger than Rob Johnson. This is bigger than John Olson. This is bigger than Bo from KCCI. I just saw your face, man. This is all of us. And you don't need to be an elected official to lead. You don't need to be the executive director of an organization to lead. To lead, all you need to do is show up. Be here, where we're at right now. Tell your friends about today. Tell your neighbors about the day. Tell your families about the day and how this community of so many different types of people, so many different types of backgrounds, so many different places where we come from came together for one call, for one just cause. We came together for Quan. We came together for Des Moines. We came together for America. When I look behind me, I see my family. I see my mother. I see Quan and his family. It hurts my heart that we even have to do something like this. It's 2020, and we are still fighting evils that our parents have lived with, their parents have lived with, their great parents have lived with. My great-great-grandmother passed away a few weeks ago. She was 105 years old. And I think about everything that she lived through in her life. 105, Mom, what year was she been born? 1915. Where were you in 1915? Unthought. We wasn't even a twinkle. I wasn't even a twinkle in my mama's eye. My mama wasn't a twinkle in her mama's eye. She was born in Buxton, Iowa. Who's heard of Buxton, Iowa before? Buxton, Iowa was a utopia. In 1915, it was a community much like ours today. Back in 1915, the people that started Buxton, Iowa were immigrants. They started a coal mine. And they said, we're going to build houses, we're going to recruit people, but it's going to be first come, first serve. It's not the whites going to live in this neighborhood, the blacks are going to live in this neighborhood. It's the first person that comes is going to live in this house. My grandparents, I have a great aunt who's passed away now. Her name is Aunt Bill. Her name was Aunt Bill. I always thought Aunt Bill was named after her father, whose name was William. Well, come to find out, she was named after the neighbor, a German white lady who watched all of our kids as they grew up. Her name was William Evans. My favorite quote from a documentary a cousin of mine did about Buxton, Iowa, was when folks left Buxton to come to Des Moines in 1920, it was like going 100 years back in time. You understand what that means? They found a way to live together in 1915 in the middle of some of the worst times, in the middle of Jim Crow. But here we are in 2020, and it's hard for us to get along. It's hard for us to come together. What that shows me is it's possible. But it's going to take us to really truly care and to show love to get there. I don't want to belabor, but I just want y'all to know we stand up and stand behind Quan. We stand up and stand behind the family. We stand up and stand behind this city. And as Rob said, we can't allow hate in this city. No hate
In our state.
no hate,
In our state.
no hate.
In our state.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody who've come out and all of our speakers. Before the family comes, and I hate to even have to mention this, but this right here shows which means only those who try to divide and who try to cast doubt. I want you all to understand that that is just simply a distraction from what this family is getting ready to tell you. Hear me clearly. There will be those, because of this show of unity, to try to cast doubt or cause division. But today, we've shown them that we're not going to allow that to happen. That cannot stand in this city, and we will not be distracted from getting justice for Quan. At this time, please welcome Mr. Darrell Jones, Quan Jones' father. Come on.
Father.
Come on, Dave.
Son laying on the bed, and you can't do nothing to help him. It's been almost a week, and I'm still frustrated. Not just because he was black, he was my son. There's no reason. Okay. We're all from different parts of the area. My son has been in fights before, and he's been in this situation before, but to brutally drag him, beat him, dunk his head in water, pull pistols out, this is uncalled for any child, no matter what color you are. It's not right.
That's right.
And if you think it's right, and if you think it's a right, use a coward. Because just like this happened on the Skywalk, they made it a hate crime. They tried to say it was a hate crime. Them guys that jumped that kid on there was cowards. He wasn't doing nothing but enjoying his day, just like my son. Regardless of however you want to make it, he's just a young man trying to make it.
That's right.
That's it. So, just to see that outpouring of the love and just the community trying to show that the equality, we're not having it regardless of what color he is.
That's right.
Let a young man make it. He didn't deserve it. Like I said, come here, Mom. This is my guy. This is my son, but we got a bond. This is like my best friend. So you touching him, you really got a problem.
We love you, Quan. We love you.
It's just like the things I get from Quan, like the calls I get where I can't answer with that, I don't
I'm feeling kind of, I'm used to working. I can't work. I gotta sit around and wonder how my face is going to get, what's going on after this. You shouldn't have to worry about that. Oh, somebody putting their hands on him, it doesn't make sense. So, as I stand here in front of the community, I'm just asking, if you know anything, just come forward, speak your truth. If you feel like you didn't do nothing wrong, speak your truth. Don't duck, because now you look like you did something. But I don't know how I can jump over Tam's conversation to the world, but at the same time, what I see is the diverse community. This used to be my area right here, all black. And I would tell everybody it's so changed because there's Mexicans, there's whites, there's Asians. And there's not, what makes it so bad, this is what makes me mad. It's because around here where it's diverse, it's not a problem. But you made it over here and there's a problem. I see white folks and black folks and Mexicans walking around here all day. You don't hear this type of stuff going on. I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. We're not getting all the answers we need. But as a community, y'all look like y'all want answers just as much as I do. I see a couple kids I coach that football out here just throw my feet. But as I'm saying, as a community, this looks good. This looks great. But for my son, it's just showing him that there is people out here that care. And that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you to everybody who have come out today, all of those who have attended virtually or online to show your support. Thank you to all of our volunteers and everybody who came out to help us, all of our elected officials and all of our candidates running for office, and all of the organizations that it took to put this on. But most of all, to the family who wasn't afraid. It's a lot to come before you and deal with all of this. So thank you to this family who wasn't afraid to step forward. Have a good day, have a good night, and may God bless you.